If you could raise your hand and a microphone will come to you. Thank you here, and then we'll come to the front next.
Hi, Michael. Bit of a sort of tricky, slow start for you guys in that game, and then you gradually seem to sort of take over and overpower it. Sorry, it's Lawrence White from Reuters, by the way. You guys sort of seem to take control. What do you think it was that swung the game towards you, and how do you view the overall performance? Are you happy with how you played it?
Thanks for the question, Lawrence. I wouldn't say it was a slow start because you have to give credit where credit's due, and Chile came out of the blocks firing. It seemed like they took a lot of energy from the crowd. There's a lot of Chile supporters here, and from our perspective, we definitely noticed that as well. And it being our first World Cup game, it took us a bit longer than we needed it to get into the game, but it was great to get that try before halftime and swing some momentum back our way.
Yeah. The rolling maul looked particularly powerful today. Was that part of the game plan? Is that something you'd worked on before the game, or it just kind of arose organically?
It arose organically, and you know we prepared well across the board in all parts of our game. But when something's going well, you need to back it. And once we got over the line with our maul in the first one, we went to it again and again, and we had the trust to be able to execute.
So a very warm welcome to Samoa coach Seilala Mapusua. Next question here in the front. Should be on, yep.
Ilyas Tora, Radio New Zealand Pacific. Seilala, congratulations, and skipper also for the win. First game, you've waited for it for a long time. How does it feel, and what do you take out of that?
Talafeli, bonjour everyone. We're really happy to get the win. As you mentioned, we've been waiting for a while to play our first game, so to be able to do that and walk away with maximum points is a great start to our campaign. I thought Chile were amazing today, and we knew that they were going to be up for this game, so we knew that we had to grind out a win. It wasn't the prettiest win, but that's absolutely fine by me.
You first, and then we'll go left next.
Francis here from Radio Samoa in New Zealand. First up, congratulations, coach and skipper. Well done for today. Skipper, how's the body feeling after that first half?
Yeah, definitely a bit battered and bruised. So we're going to have to recover well because we have another tough game coming up next Friday. But it was everything that we expected the game to be in terms of Chile's physicality. So it's great to able to go toe to toe with them there and get on top in the end.
Quite a few mishandling errors, coach. What is the message to the boys as we head towards Argentina this coming week?
Don't drop the ball. The message will be, we have to nail our basics, and we have to really make sure that we hold on to the ball, because Chile almost punished us today, and we know that with the opposition coming up, if we give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and we'll be under the post discussing where to go to next. So there will be a big emphasis on our skill set. We're definitely a lot better than we showed today, and that's the exciting thing as well, is that we have got our campaign underway, and we're looking to improve on and build on that on that game today.
We'll go here next, and then at the back.
Hi, Mr. Mapusua, Alejo Miranda from La Nación, Argentina.
Translation.
Similar to what you answered recently, are you happy with your performance today? Do you think it's enough to beat Argentina? What do you need to improve? What do you expect for that game? Are you confident you can win that game?
Hola. I know that we are definitely not where we need to be to beat Argentina, and we're going to have to do a lot of work between now and next Friday if we're to compete against a wounded Los Pumas. We know that it's been a while for them. It's been over a week since they last played, and they've still got another week to go. So we know that they will come out firing, and going back to our performance, we know that we have a bit of work to do, but I believe that we've set some good foundations in today, and things that we can build upon. I thought our driving more was really good, and I was really happy with our set piece. So I think a little 5 to 10% improvement in some areas will give us big returns in the rest of our game. So the short answer to your question, no, we're not where we need to be, but I'm confident we can get there.
I might need to put their headphones on.
No, a question for both of you. We saw real opposition of style of rugby. Do you think your serenity and experience of World Cup help you to the victory?
Well, as Coach touched on, we've been waiting for a long time for this game, and we talked a lot about our preparation of playing in big games, and you can talk about it as much as you want, but nothing actually prepares you until you're out there in front of that crowd. And today especially, the Chileans came in numbers. We had our supporters there too, but when they sang the anthem, it was quite special to be a part of that and see the support that they had. But at the same time, we knew that they were going to draw energy from that. So something that we talked about during the week around big games, but yeah, it's hard to mentally prepare for that until you're out there. So we'll definitely be better for it moving forward.
Just one for Michael, please. Chris from Talking Rugby Union. Samoa, in terms of test matches, Michael, haven't been able to play as much as you would have liked because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Just how big of an opportunity for you as players do you see this tournament to showcase what Samoan rugby is all about?
Oh, it's massive. It's a massive opportunity. We've got guys in the team that have been in the team from 2016 that have only played 20 test matches. So that's a bit of an indication as to the games that we get per year. And for us, the longer we spend together, the better we are. And I'm sure it's going to be the same at this tournament. The more time we have together, the more cohesion we're able to build, and that chemistry as well. So as well as playing against tough opposition, so we'll be a lot better for it.
Hello, afternoon. Iltit from Agence France Presse. Question regarding the 2 yellow cards. What did you make of them? And also, what are the injuries looking like? Thank you.
2 yellow cards to us. I haven't had an opportunity to review the game yet. So, at first glance, it's always hard to tell as it's happening live. Saw in a few replays, I thought Ede Inare's yellow card was one of those heat of the moment things. So I don't really want to comment too much on it until I've actually had a good chance to sit down and review both cards. But I thought Paul kept things pretty consistent with both teams, which was really pleasing. And I think it'll be good lessons for our team, especially as we go further in this tournament, around what the referees are looking at, what they're talking about, and also how they're working with their ARs on the sideline. So I think I'll have a better idea in the next couple of days. Injuries. Our hooker Seilala Lam took a bit of a knock, but he's okay. It's more precautionary taking him off. There's a few sore bodies in our side, and also a bit of cramp going on. It's been a while since we've had a 3 o'clock kickoff, so it was pretty warm out there. But other than that, we're pretty good on the injury front.
Just waiting for the translation, then we have a question at the back and then here in the middle. Yes, at the back, please.
Question to the coach. You have 3 players who have as experience, as a member of the All Blacks and Wallabies. How much do you think important for you to have these 3 guys to maybe take this team to the next level during this World Cup? And another question is that you obviously analysed the Chile-Japan game. What do you think of the Japan this time around?
Great question. The first question, those players that have joined Samoa through the eligibility amendment, I believe has strengthened our team because as a coach, I now have a wider pool of players to select from, and we have a 50 Test All Black that's won a World Cup, who knows what it takes to win a World Cup and compete. In our group, we have ex-All Blacks, ex-Wallabies, who are passionate about representing their families and their Samoan heritage. So they only add to the quality of the group, and they're also joining some pretty good players that we have in the squad as well. So it's a really nice mix, and they're just expanding the breadth of our leadership as well, which is it's great for me as a coach. In terms of your second question about Japan, I think we'll look a bit more into that next week, as we have a very determined and wounded Argentinian team to face next week. So I thought Japan were very clinical against Chile last week, and we'll be looking forward to seeing their game against England.
Just one for translation and then... Thank you.
A question for the coach. Midi Olympique, French newspaper. Was, according to you, the turning point of this game, or an action you're very proud of?
It's amazing how I can understand French. I think how we came out at half time was really pleasing for me. I thought the attitude and focus of our players once we came out for the second half was exactly where it needed to be, and I was really proud of the way the boys stayed in the fight during the first 40 minutes after a spirited Chile performance. We knew that they were going to be full of energy and passion. So to see our team come out after half time and really execute the way we wanted to play and be able to score the tries we did, that was really pleasing for me, and a real shift in momentum for the game.
We have time for one more question if there is from the floor. Yes, last question, please.
En français. Pour le capitaine, vous avez été dominateur en mêlée fermée. C'était un secteur sur lequel vous vouliez vraiment axer votre match.
Scrum, is that a way you wanted to manage your game?
Dominating the scrum. Coach touched on already around our set piece. That's something that we pride ourselves on, and obviously our scrum's a big part of that. And having watched the game against between Chile and Japan, we knew that Chile would have a strong scrum, and so we knew that we'd have our work cut out for us. But still got work to do in that area. I feel like we can still get to a place where we're truly dominant, but pretty happy to get clean ball and get a couple of penalties in the first half. It actually didn't help that the surface was digging up like it did as well. It was very hard to scrum on for both teams, so that's something to be mindful of for the teams that play on here moving forward.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That brings an end to the Samoa press conference. The mix zone will be open in about 5 minutes outside. Thank you, coach and captain. Thank you.